You're about to listen to TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet. Welcome.
Came in fast, like Hermes delivering a boon.
Hey there, Gus. What are you doing? After I'll be in a second. I'll be here, though.
We're going to speedrun this episode?
We could. We can do that right
now. In Hades...
It's like I'm reading the Sycamore Drive. Speak like I speak where our soundtrack is from every episode during the whole show.
Wait, what?
I want to say, our things are going to lose. Our Sycamore Drive.
Oh, right. I got you. Okay, I got you.
Where even I can't understand me. It's sort of like I'm talking fast, but it's more just slamming together.
It's just syllables.
Yeah, it's just syllables.
It's poetry. It's freeform jazz speaking.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, it's an art, man, and you rock it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we're TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games.
We are.
And yeah, how you feeling, Dave?
Bad.
Yeah,
bad. I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling real bad. We recorded a Patreon episode on Saturday night, and I expected to feel awful Sunday because I partied a little bit. Sunday, I woke up, had a great day. I felt great. I was like, wow, why do I feel so good? I should feel really bad, but I don't. I feel good. I woke up early. Henry and I hung out during the day, and then I tooled around on some new hardware that I got, and then streamed, and it's like, okay, this is great. And then I went to bed, and then I woke up today, and there it was. I found it. I mean, it was just like, holy, why am I? I was tired, and I don't know if it's just that, like, I don't know if yesterday just kind of had my second wind. Because it was like, all right, gotta get this Patreon episode up. I got to stream. I got a lot of stuff going on, and then I wake up today, and it's like I gotta go to work. I gotta sit in a dark office.
Yeah.
And I gotta. So maybe that might have come into play. So I don't know, but yeah, I feel bad. How do you feel? You just took some.
I was okay. I mean, I also threw up. So
we're all right. Yeah, you threw up in Terry's yard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I had
I forgot
earlier,
about that.
Yeah, you said that you rubbed my back while I threw up. It was very nice.
Yeah.
I had pasta with some very fine meat sauce beforehand, so I was just feeling that lodge in all of my teeth.
That's what you were throwing after Ian talked about flossing. We've got to look. If you are not a Patreon donor, patreon.com/tadpog, you need to donate so you can hear us talk for 40 minutes about flossing.
Yeah, and how important it is.
It is.
Ian and I have a lesson to give.
Yeah, and I have flossed every day since we recorded. Granted, that's only been 2 days.
Still, but best streak yet.
It might be. My parents never really stressed the importance of flossing.
Neither did mine. Just brush your teeth.
Brush your teeth. Yeah, same. The dentist was
and
always.
It wasn't brush your teeth for the care of your teeth. It was your breath smells. Brush your teeth.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how well you do it. Just do it so your breath doesn't smell.
Here's some gum.
Yeah, pretty much. Because my dad has Wolverine senses, and yeah, his smell
senses
and hearing
or sensibilities.
Both. Really? Yeah, both.
We haven't
gentle Southern Wolverine, my father.
We haven't revealed this yet, but Tyler's dad is Wolverine.
Yeah.
And that's what he really sounds like.
Having a B Randy button was not as appealing in most video games.
I want your dad to read the lines from like any of Hugh Jackman's appearances as Wolverine. I want to hear what Wolverine really sounds like in real life.
Yeah, bub. What are you doing? What are you doing, Chuck?
Man, now every time I read a Wolverine...
you know how fat my wife is, Chuck?
Every time I read a Wolverine speech bubble, that's what I'm going to hear now in my head.
Snickety snick.
Snickety snick. I can't do it. I can't do your dad impression. Not because I am not capable of doing so. I just fear his adamantium rage.
He might hear us.
Yeah.
He does have adamantium rage.
Like
yeah.
cutting through the wall here.
No, because after I threw up, because I knew about the last 15 minutes of recording, that's when it hit me, and I was like, okay, it just turned on me. I was doing really good, having a great time. Like, it took so long for the alcohol to kick in. I mean, so long.
Well, you looked pretty. I mean, like when you got out of the car at my house and walked into Terry's yard, you looked like in like Baldur's Gate or something, where you cast like prismatic spray on someone, and they're just kind of like standing in that like I don't know what you call it.
Mortal Kombat, when you can do the fatality.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're like Kung Lao, like about to get his head cut off. Yeah, you're doing that dance, where your feet don't move, but your shoulders are.
I'm getting little bits all in my teeth.
Hey, look, the good news is it totally rained after that happened.
Yeah.
Washed all that sick
all
up.
the spaghetti up.
Yeah.
The next I slept. I didn't take my meds. I just went home and just fell asleep for a good 4 hours before I was up.
God.
And when I was up, I was just, okay, well, I didn't take any medicine. Alcohol's all gone. My body's like, yep, you're awake now. This is what happens when you don't have medicine in your system.
Because you weren't able to go back to sleep.
I would have had to take my medicine to go back to sleep. And like, we had Jack's
And
birthday
Sunday
party,
would've
so I got up
disappeared.
and I made a cake and stuff. So
Happy birthday to Jack.
yeah, well, his actual birthday will be Wednesday when this drops. Yeah, happy birthday, Jack. And my mom is having Bigfoot surgery. Well, I
Bigfoot
guess
surgery?
major foot surgery.
Is she becoming Bigfoot?
She's yeah.
Doc, make me Bigfoot. I've waited this long. When I look in the mirror, I
I'm
see
59.
Bigfoot.
I'm ready.
Yeah, right. It's been a long decision process, but I've decided that I want to be Bigfoot.
Making you naturally blurry is very difficult, ma'am. Whatever it costs.
Which Bigfoot, ma'am? Are we talking Jack Links, or are we talking? What are we talking here? Harry and the Hendersons. Give me something to work with.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Harry and the I want to get punched in the face by John Lithgow.
I mean, who doesn't? Does he do cameo? Does John Lithgow do cameo? Because he should.
I hope so.
And that should be one of the things that he just yells at you like at the end of the very.
No one cares that it's your birthday. Go home.
We don't want you. That movie, the end of that movie made me cry when I was a kid because he was so mean.
Yeah.
He was so.
It's still hard to watch.
But he knew that he had to be mean in order to get Harry to go back home.
Yeah.
Where he'd be safe. I cried at the end of Old Yeller too. Very similar movies.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
if you think about it.
if you think about it, they kind of are the same movie. I don't know who wrote the script for Harry and the Hendersons, but they're like, hear me out. It's Old Yeller, but with a Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah, this is the 80s. That flies.
Yeah, right?
yeah. Is Hulk Hogan in it? No?
I think it would.
I don't know.
I think it would fly today as long as it was like pitched to Amazon Prime as like an episodic thing.
Harry and the Henderson. I got an idea for a 5-series arc for Harry and the Henderson.
Right. I'm not saying I wouldn't watch it. Never mind. I was gonna say I wouldn't watch it, but I wouldn't watch it. I haven't even watched The Mandalorian. Like
Neither have I. The Boys, Mandalorian, like all the good shit right now.
Oh no,
like,
I haven't watched.
I'm not touching it.
I haven't watched The Boys
touched it.
either. I've heard it's great. I hear about a lot of great television
Yep.
that are on these streaming services that I pay for, and I don't watch because it's like it might not seem like I'm busy, but I'm pretty busy, and you're pretty busy.
Stuff that you have to dictate strict attention to.
Yeah.
To sit down for an hour, dedicate 100% attention to. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do that anymore.
I like to do that. Yeah.
Unless it's playing a video game, that's different. Like, and even then, it has to be like a fucking good video game.
Let me ask you a question. Since we're talking about like 100% attention and all that, when you play Hades, do you do anything else while you play Hades? Like, do you have a show running on in the background or music or anything like that? I don't either.
Nope.
And that's a thing that's kind of changed for me. I used to do that a lot more, where it's like I'm playing a game and watching whatever, The Office. I'm watching The Office and playing a game on like a handheld.
In Borderlands, that's what I would do. I would have.
Oh, really?
I rewatched all of Parks and Rec and
Oh, right.
Because there's a lot of like just driving and killing and going through enemies. There's not a lot of like. I have to do a lot of super strategy. Well, I can run a gun. If I can run a gun, I can also have a show run in the background.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's kind of like if I were to replay through Final Fantasy Tactics or something, I'd probably have something on in the background, at least like a podcast to listen to, because it's like I could probably get through one full podcast while 3 of my guys surround a chocobo and punch it, for 40 minutes to get their skills and shit up.
Punch it, turn around backwards, and accumulate for an hour.
Right. All right, now heal that chocobo, okay? And like honestly, like 30 minutes of it is just trapping the chocobo in a corner so that we can do it. I want to see like a reenactment, a live, like Mega 64 style, like reenactment of training in Final Fantasy Tactics where you just like scare an animal into a corner and then beat it and heal it and then beat it and heal it over and over again.
Just aggressively petting a horse for 4 hours.
Right. Man, I don't like horses.
No?
Yeah, I know they're like our state animal and everything, but they got big old heads with big old teeth in them. Don't like it.
Those long backs, awfully convenient.
Very.
It's a big trap.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how they get you.
There was I don't know if you remember, but on that in that apartment that we lived in, Nikki and I lived in on Clinton Road, there was a horse that lived next to the dumpster. It was he didn't. I mean, technically, he didn't live next to the dumpster, but there was a dumpster, and then behind that dumpster was a fence. And on that fenced-in property, there lived a horse, and he liked to hang out around the dumpster. So, like,
I understand.
When I throw shit away in the middle of the night, he'd be like, "Oh, hi, horse," because he'd just be there hanging his
hello, David,
dumb horse head over the fence, like try to touch me.
What's in your bag?
Fuck off, horse!
Hey!
Just throw a cup at him and run scared.
That's what I wanted.
I got your cup.
So across the street from me, there's a house. Behind that house, there's also a horse.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You want to go pet it right now?
I've only seen it on very, very seldom occasions. If I'm driving by, just the right angle when it's back there. And you see just like, it's an old, dilapidated horse.
Oh, a dilapidated horse? A jalopy.
Like, I don't feel good that horse, that Jahorsey is over there.
Yeah. There's also that...
horse joppy? Jahorsey.
I like Jahorsey.
Jahorsey.
Sounds like, I don't know. It sounds like
they could also be a jabroni horse.
Oh, no, that's no good
Or is that a jabrosi?
That's definitely a jabrosi.
Or Heroni?
Heronius?
That's what
the
it comes
god
from.
of valor? You've also got that. There's
he's an asshole horse.
The horse asshole.
No one knows that's the real Heronius.
That's Forlongen, maybe, in disguise.
Okay.
You've also got a mule nearby.
Mjolnir? Thor's hammer?
That's weird. I've seen a mule around your house.
You're probably right.
Here by the corner of the highway and your street. Maybe it was just wandering. Maybe someone's mule got out. I don't know.
Probably. I don't really live that much in the sticks, but it sounds like I do with the jalopy horse and the roaming mule.
I mean, no, you don't. I mean, I don't know. You kind of do live in the sticks, man. Not like way in the sticks or anything, but I mean, you're like, how far are you from a
suburban?
Yeah. How far are you from a pharmacy? In minutes.
15.
Yeah. So that's kind of the sticks. That was the situation when I was in high school. We lived in the western part, like the way western part of town, kind of where like the high school is now.
Yeah.
And it's like, if we needed anything, like I knew we lived kind of in the sticks because it's like, all right, we're going to the grocery store, make sure everything's on the list. Cause it's like, we're making one trip. It's not like if we forget something, we're not getting it until next week kind of deal.
Yeah, like whenever I lived over close to where Josh used to live, like where it's just like Walmart's like, there we go.
Right, and we're at Walmart.
I'll just shop everything one item at a time. Go home, put it up, come back, buy something else.
Yeah. Yeah, living in the lap of luxury, going to Walmart whenever you want.
Whatever you want. Capitalism. But what was I going to say?
Don't know.
About feeling better? What did we talk about?
You threw up, felt it in your teeth.
Yeah. Got my super water pick.
Yes.
My super water pick.
How is it?
I can feel where I need those 2 crowns. So
oh, yeah.
I'll get fitted to get the molds on those Wednesday.
Is it sensitive in that area?
Yeah.
With the water pick?
Not terribly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is.
Is it loud?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
But like we went to Rocket Fired Pizza for Jack's little birthday party with just immediate family. And I got like an anise seed from a sausage stuck in my teeth. And
like in that area?
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
So the water pick, I found like I had the water pick in there and it was not working. So I went through all the attachments and like found like, okay, this looks like a good one. Because it looks almost like a rubber toothpick that then concentrates water. And that one's the only one that has a warning on it. Do not turn up beyond lowest power setting. So
I'm assuming you definitely did.
Yeah,
to get
it got it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course. Yeah, anything that has a warning on it, it's like, that's going to get it out.
Oh, that's telling me that's not a warning. That's like, after this point, that's when it's good.
Yeah, right? I'm glad you got it
like
out.
all Melissa's heating pads. Like, no, at this point, then it's good.
Yeah. I always worry about fires and stuff, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a good thing you got the seed out, so you won't grow a sausage in your mouth.
Right, exactly, yep.
Very good, very good.
I got this package sitting over here, though.
You had a package?
Curious about it.
That's a big one. You got a big package over there.
Let's see. TADPOG Spicy Boys.
That's us.
That is. It's you and me.
That's us.
Let me burp a little bit here. Man, what a year this has been. COVID, shutdowns, people unemployed, political unrest, and, well, you name it. But through it all, every Sunday we could gather together for church and look forward to the Wednesday release of TADPOG. Goodness. I was like, Geo class?
Geo class. TADPOG Geo
TADPOG
class.
Geo class.
You know those fucking Geo classes over at TADPOG always fucking telling me where to live based on my income? Fuck those Geo classes.
Thanks for keeping on through all this shit. It meant a lot to many of us to have some normalcy. As a Christmas gift, here's a dick in a box, a big one with a Santa hat. Also some weird snack shit too.
Man, I was hoping it'd be some sneak shit though. I was hoping it was going to be like a balaclava and some fucking OJ gloves.
Yeah, fucking OJ gloves.
Some real sneak shit,
Sneak
you know?
shit. Like that one that semi knew because I didn't run into him for like the first month I played Hades. But the sneak. That one mini boss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Buttholes and Gooners forever. Dr. Drunk. Please go on.
AKA Face Full of Alien Wingwall. It's one and the same. Okay, so on the TADPOG Discord, we have a Hades channel. And I cannot remember who mentioned this, but someone said something about the knife. Someone was talking about weapons and someone mentioned the knife. Are you aware of a knife in Hades? Okay.
Nope.
I think they might have meant the sword.
The sword.
Yeah. I'm hoping, because it's like, I kind of hope that, but then again, it's like that, like, General Leo is playable in Final Fantasy VI, like kind of like corrupted.
You guys didn't unlock the knife?
The knife. How do you get the knife? I want the knife. I played with all the other weapons. I want to play with the knife too.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, actually it doesn't. But I want to play with it still.
Well, you could throw it as the special and then close melee with with the regular
It's
attack.
like a shitty spear.
Yeah, exactly. But if you get it's super back attack damage,
Maybe high critical chance
Yeah,
with back
yeah.
attacks. Yeah,
get some Artemis boons on that and you tear shit up.
and do the I can't remember the mirror bonus that gives you
shadowy
something.
Yeah.
Do you use that one or do you use the bonus damage for undamaged targets?
I use the shadowy one.
Yeah, me too.
Because like I'm only gonna get like they're only going to be. It only helps to have the undamaged bonus
once
if you have, especially if it's one big like the bow or the gun, like a big hit. But like if I'm running with the fists, like it's fucking useless.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
back attack, especially with redacted. So
right.
Because a lot of my run will be like, will this be effective against redacted? Then maybe I'm just moving on.
I build everything around bosses.
Yep. And all the bosses now are pretty easy except for redacted. Yeah, there we go.
Look at
It has
that.
a Santa hat on it.
Is that a Toblerone? What is that? That's bigger than the one I have at home.
It's a little bit bigger than the one I have here. Yeah, that is a giant black dildo.
Hold on, is Tyler's neighbor's horse over here?
This is what we did in my silly game once. This is the cock of Vecna.
Go home, horse. That's bigger than our microphones. The next time Miller comes on the show, I want to put that on the mic stand.
See if he notices.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking good.
There we go. Tyler's claimed that. You planted it like a flag, like you were on the moon or something.
It's 3.5 hands high.
That's a tiny horse.
Yeah. It's a giant cock or a tiny horse. This is little Sebastian we've been given here.
You decide. And then we got some snack stuff.
Rougarou. We've got some of this. This is very, very good. Hot
Okay,
sauce with the
awesome.
werewolf on it.
Oh, right, yeah.
Willy warmer.
A willy warmer. I could use that right now.
That's the hat for it.
Oh, okay. I put a hat on him. Mad Dog.
Here's a box that says Mad Dog 357.
Mad Dog
World's
357.
hottest.
Mad Dog 357 is hot. My sister and brother-in-law gave me that for Christmas one year, and it had a bullet that came with it, like a bullet keychain.
I have that sitting on my desk at work because we both got one. 357 Ghost Pepper.
Oh, I haven't
seen this
I haven't
one
had the
yet.
ghost
Yeah,
pepper.
this
Yeah.
is new.
Are you going to bring these to work as part of the hot sauce bar?
Once we try them, yeah. If we try them and you don't want them, then I will.
Okay. We've got some food. We got some snack stuff. You want to just put it in the snack stuff pile that
Absolutely.
we'll try for a
we need to
video?
do a video.
on
I think a
Patreon?
video was more satisfying for all this kind of stuff.
I agree.
Here's a bottle of Elijah's Extreme Regret Carolina Reaper hot sauce.
Extreme regret.
Extreme Regret.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a new one. Haven't had that one either.
I like the label on that one. It reminded me of like Evil Dead 2 or something.
Oh, this one's pretty. Pure Carolina Reaper Gourmet Pepper. It's got a little
A
metal
medallion.
on it. It's a nice little like box with a cork stopper.
Yeah, that's like
This is
Theseus's
sweet.
hot sauce.
Yeah. So what I have is Theseus and the Minotaur right
Yeah,
here.
the
between
Asterius
two.
is definitely the cock.
I smack this black dick down,
Yeah.
suction cup down,
Oh, baby.
and cannot pry it from the table.
You threw it back hard. There's a lot of hot sauce here. Dr. Drunk, a.k.a.
Hell yeah.
hooking us up.
Oh, I'm excited for this one.
What is it?
Black garlic chipotle hot sauce.
Fuck yeah,
from
man.
Kajan's. I'm excited for this one. This looks great. Fuck yeah, some black garlic.
Some chippy
To
poos.
go with it, some Packwe Haunted Ghost Pepper chips.
Those are good chips. I like those quite a bit.
Let's see. So it's got these look like Cheetos, a sort of Cheetos, a pepper mascot that says "so hot," and then it's in a different language.
Okay.
Tiobaki snack.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Especially after those ramen snacks we had on that.
Ooh, fresh gourmet crispy jalapenos.
Okay.
Sort of like you would find the crispy onions for a green bean
I'm about to
casserole.
say, I want to put that on a baked potato.
Hell yeah. And then this one you'll be very excited about, Dave.
Pork rinds, hell yeah.
Pork crisps, sriracha flavored.
Pork crisps? Is that
pork
like the gang make it?
Pigs that have joined the gang. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Skin in, skin out. Put them in the jar.
Cut some crisps off my back.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love pork rinds.
There's more.
There's more, but wait.
Torchbearer sauces.
That is good.
Garlic Reaper sauce.
Yeah, that's good.
That looks fucking good.
Yeah, it's
man.
good. I've had that. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And they make their sauces are hotter than you would think that they would be too. Yeah.
And then some dried kimchi snacks.
Okay, I haven't had kimchi since
I like kimchi.
I was in
It's
college.
good.
It's okay.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. It's okay.
But I am still.
I'm not going to pretend I love it. I like it okay.
I wasn't trying to change your mind. I was just stating my opinion.
You didn't change my mind. You made me more honest, is what you did.
But I mean, I'm happy that we got that gigantic jug of pork rinds, the Crips brand pork rinds. Just wait until the Bloods come out with theirs.
And these are some pretty fucking sweet sauces. Like, this is going to be...
Yeah.
Between this and Kana's package, we're looking good for a special 2020 Christmas edition video. Cripsmas.
I'm really excited to try that.
We're going to dress in blue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just these two white boys from Kentucky.
Talk shit on Bloods and Latin Kings. And I like that. Man, that suction cup dildo that he sent is straight up like something out of Cyberpunk.
Yep. Yep.
I bet that would clip through your clothes. I'm excited to try that torchbearer sauce because I haven't had that one, but the one that I've had is very good and it was surprisingly hot.
Yeah, the garlic. Anything if you have garlic in the front, I'm there. I'm fucking there.
Yeah. Well, it makes it a lot more I don't know. I know a lot of people put hot sauce on pizza, and I do, but if there's garlic in it, then it's this is
much better.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you got chicken hot sauces, you got pizza hot sauces, and then you have just hot sauces that you put in chili and soups and stuff like that. Right, and tacos. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you, Dr. Drunk. This is a fucking great package.
Thank you.
I feel like it's more gratifying to see all of it in a video, so I do want to save it.
Well, let's
for a Josh Nance face melting video.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down. Tyler, have you done anything else in the last one night that I've seen you? Or anything?
Nope, just threw up and had Jack's birthday. That's about it.
I was very excited to get the SNES Junior back from Voltar. The RGB modded SNES Junior. Mm-hmm. It was totally 100% worth the money and the time. Yeah, I mean it is awesome. And I'm sending because I got that and I was like, holy shit, this looks really good. So I bought the NES RGB mod kit early, actually on Friday, and that's coming in Wednesday, and then I'm shipping off my NES to Voltar to do that as well.
Sweet.
So yeah, man, I'm gonna get that RGB modded, and really excited about that. Yeah. Played some Phantasmagoria 2 on stream on Friday.
Yeah.
Got one more chapter to get through. No more. I mean, so far there haven't been any more bare breasts in it.
How are you liking it compared to the first one?
I like it better than the first
You do?
one. I don't like the main character as much as Adrian.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, they have about the same amount of depth, I guess, but Adrian's nicer to look at than Curtis is. You know?
Yeah.
Although I do think that Phantasmagoria 2 so far is funnier because of the inter-office relationships and stuff. There's more late night soap feel to it, where it's like Curtis is having an affair with, he's like dating one coworker but having an affair with another one and wants to fuck another one who is a man, and it's like, man, this is like,
the dollar store Lin-Manuel Miranda guy.
yeah, or Cousin Bauky. I like to call him
okay.
Cousin Bauky. That's what he looks like to me. But yeah, totally, the dollar store. Yeah, so yeah, I like it better. I do think it gets kind of tough because it's like, it was made in the 90s and they're like, we're going to talk about mental illness and we're going to present mental illness in a extremely disrespectful way. So, I mean, outside of that, that's whatever.
Yeah.
Because there were a couple scenes where it's like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. I can very much see and believe that 100%. I missed a good chunk of that stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can totally see that.
Yeah, there's like a part where like he has a flashback to when he was in the I guess the sanatorium. Is it sanitarium? The aquarium.
The aquarium.
He was in an aquarium.
He was fish.
Yeah. And it's just like do you remember the gnome lady who lived in the barn from like Phantasmagoria 1? She is playing a character, and her character is the woman who lives under the table. So she's just under the table.
Just all the time?
Pretty much all the time.
Okay.
She yells freak at you in the beginning of the game. So there is that too. But yeah, it's been fun. There have been a lot more. It's a better game. Yeah, it's a better game. Because like you've got, the locations are better and more interesting than in Phantasmagoria 1. There's the Olive Garden that you can go to.
Yeah, I feel like every time I do happen to turn it on, you're in the Olive Garden.
Well, I like being there because I'm family.
Having shakes at the Olive Garden. Yeah,
yeah, right. And then
their honey jalapeno grilled cheeses.
They're like named after like, there's like the Bronte, which is like I think like a milkshake or something. There is a scene where Curtis totally puts pepper in his banana split like it's no big deal. So that's truly the weirdest thing in the game.
Just pantomime stuff. Just go.
Right. No, he just adds
no wrong answers. No wrong answers.
Great. We're using it. Pepper's in the game. So yeah, it's been fun. But I am ready to finish it up just because it's one of those things where it's like, I'm to the point now where I just want to see how the story ends, because I feel like a lot of times in adventure games, it's like, where the story is going, but you have to jump through ridiculous moon logic hoops in order to get that story to progress in the direction that it's already going.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of times where like adventure games kind of lose me, because, and the same with like, honestly, I know you like the Phoenix Wright series. I know a lot of people like the Phoenix Wright series, and I love the art style of Phoenix Wright. I think it's awesome, and I like a lot of things about it. But what does bug me is when I know that I can prove the guilt of somebody, but I have to do it in a very specific way in order to.
You'll know what evidence you need to present, but you got to present this first.
Right.
That's the next. Yeah,
right.
I very much get that. Yeah,
but other than that, I mean, I think he's great in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Forgot about that for a second.
Yeah. And then that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much all I've been up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you hear that then? He hears it?
I do hear that. It sounds like it sounds like the postal worker is here. It sounds like the postal worker is here delivering a letter. It's addressed to a John.
I've got a gun.
It's addressed to. It's from a John Hammond to an Alan Grant.
Oh, you're right. Here, I guess I'll read that.
Here, are you sure we should? Is that a federal offense to read Alan Grant's mail?
You're right. We probably shouldn't. Go ahead.
All right, I do hear that, which ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia. All right, guys.
Well, the letter fell open.
Oh, oops.
Yeah.
You steamed it. You steamed that letter and it opened right up.
John Hammond was mildly Southern, right?
He was absolutely he was moderately Southern.
So from InGen Stationery, from the desk of John Hammond, fool dictating machines. My dear Alan, let me make sure my phone does not fall asleep.
What in tarnation? These telephone machines. Do you have a real light timer on there on the sleep?
I did.
Yeah. Battery?
Yeah, my batteries. I mean, it's much better than it was in this phone, but like it just keeps getting worse.
Ain't what it used to be, huh?
Nope. It's no Nokia.
Yeah.
My dear Alan, without your help, my restructuring work over the last year would have been impossible. Simply impossible, I say. I didn't even know that was in there. Perfect. Your paleontological consultancy, along with Dr. Sattler's, has been invaluable. We've reanalyzed all the flora and fauna selections.
Selections.
Some of which were clearly incompatible.
Do you mind if I catch Ellie's masturbations?
And I believe we're ready to have Jurassic Park back online.
Sounds like a good idea.
All those deaths? Fuck it.
That's State Farm's problem. We got a park to open.
Now, unfortunately, well, we will do like Action Park did. We'll make our own insurance company. Now, unfortunately, we've run into a bit of a snag, you see. I've sent over a team of experts, heavily armed, of course, to assess the situation and to sort out the mess with these beasts running loose. The goddamn dinosaurs, John.
Show some respect.
They're your dinosaurs.
They're dinosaur masters. It's not funny.
And, well, things have gotten chaotic. I'm afraid. Seems that insufferable Malcolm was right. The computers were down, dinosaurs running loose, reproducing. Nearly populated the entire island with their dino fucking. My people had their hands quite full, I can tell you, but that's not all. Well, Alan, you remember Biosyn, don't you? That blasted competing corporation that in no way was mentioned in the movie at all. But you remember, Alan? Alan, I know you remember. Tried to steal the dinosaur embryos a year ago.
That was Nedry's. That was Dotson. We got Dotson here.
Okay. They're back. Must have gotten wind I was trying to start up the park again. This time they decided to take over Jurassic Park themselves. They've got armed forces on Isla Nublar, along with their geneticists.
They're Sega Geneticists.
Sega geneticists.
Man, I had geneticists when I was a kid. Until they were removed, I felt like shit.
And engineers trying to download the park's mainframe and steal all the dinosaur cloning research. Alan, I need your help. You're familiar with the island. You know the dinosaurs. You were there for like a day and a half.
You took your hat off, your sunglasses.
You were very surprised.
Yeah. You know, dinosaurs, man.
Those things you looked at the bones for many years, then when they were around for like a day and then fled because they killed a bunch of people you knew. You know dinosaurs.
Yeah, you know dinosaurs. Remember when you kept my grandchildren safe when the dinosaurs were trying to eat everybody? I need your help again, buddy.
Most importantly, you know how dangerous this information could be if it ends up in the wrong hands. I need you to protect the animals and the secrets of Jurassic Park. I have authorized Tactical Sergeant Michael Wolfskin.
Yes, Michael
Wolfskin.
Yeah.
Wolfskin.
Is it wolf?
Let me put some more steak on it. Hold on.
Please. You got more ideas.
Tactical Sergeant Michael Wolfskin.
Is it wolf skin or wolf's kin?
Shit. Put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
I don't know what it is. I don't think that's a real last name, so it might not matter. Bruford Wolfskin.
Is it Wolfskin?
Wolfskin.
Wolfskin. He's a good hand in a fight. And I know you'll have a fight ahead of you. Please be careful. Those creatures are extremely expensive, possibly irreplaceable. Possibly. I could probably clone up some more, but they're already there for motherfucking.
That batter's expensive, okay?
You must keep them safe, except for the velociraptors and the tyrannosaur. I hate them. They took my puck. Those two have proven themselves to be unsafe as well as financially unfeasible to keep on the island.
Goats are real expensive. The cost of goats go to the fucking roof.
Have you seen the price of goddamn goats?
I hope you bought goat stock because it's on the fucking rise because we got fucking dinosaurs to feed out here.
Eliminate them if necessary, but take care of the others and yourself, of course. Good luck. My regards to Ellie. Sincerely, Joan Hammond.
Joan Hammond's sister.
Hammond.
It's like Joan Cusack and John Cusack.
Yeah, perfect.
So that is a letter to Alan Grant that's in the instruction manual for this game. I would like to make it clear that Alan Grant is not in this game.
You're right. I didn't think of that as I was reading it, but you're right.
No, Alan Grant is not in this game. That 2-page letter in the instruction manual is to introduce the character that you play as, who is mentioned once in one sentence. I assume that you're playing as Michael Wolfskin.
Tactical Sergeant Michael Wolfskin.
Presumably that's who you're playing as. It is apparent that they decided to write that for the manual after they made the game.
How are people going to know not to shoot all the dinosaurs? Put a letter in the beginning of the instruction manual. I hope they sort of get it.
Yeah. There we go. That was well done.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed that quite a bit. I got Bruford vibes from it. I loved it.
Bruford's probably the one actually in charge of Biosyn.
Bruford, we got Bruford here.
Those biological sinners at Biosyn.
Yeah, a little on the head there, right?
Yeah.
Biosyn.
Biosyn. At Genetic Devil Incorporated.
Gene Devilry. Twisted Helix.
DNA's Black Sorcery LLC.
So they don't get sued. You know it was great when that genetic empire opened up downtown in that small florist shop that shut down.
Over at Rue Henley Florist, two wonderful old ladies here in town showed up here to building with DNA Black Sorcery LLC.
You know, it's not too far off because they like. Yeah, have you ever seen like crossbreeding plants? Fucking messing with God's playground.
Yeah, they're one step away from being
making fucking dinosaurs.
Making
and shit.
Jurassic Paducah.
Yeah. It would make the town more interesting. Actually, I don't think I want things to be any more interesting than they are right now. I'm good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm
pretty
full
good.
up on interesting for the rest of my life. Thanks. Of course, that was a letter to Alan Grant in the instruction manual for a game called Jurassic Park 2, The Chaos Continues, also known as Jurassic Park Part 2, The Chaos Continues, which according to Wikipedia is a 1995 video game and non-canonical continuation of the Jurassic Park series.
Okay, what, Jurassic Park 2 came out in 97?
I don't know, and I meant to watch it to make fun of it on the show, but then I decided that I didn't want to do it. Yeah, I was just like, I didn't
There's
like
a
it.
gymnastics girl who like kicks raptors out of windows.
Shit out of raptors, man. If only we had known
Gonna carry Strug yeet a raptor out a window.
if only we'd have known in the first movie that their weakness was gymnastics. This whole thing could have been avoided.
They can't do the balance beam. Look.
A fucking 5-year-old tumbling towards a raptor. Doing this,
They're all on rings.
doing those slow ass head to roll somersaults that small children do. I wanted to take gymnastics when I was a kid because I was
Kenna
already
wants to now real badly.
I was older than Kenna for sure. I was in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles age, and I was like, I'm already taking karate. If I take gymnastics too, I'll pretty much be a ninja.
You're not right. You're not wrong.
And then I'll take a ninjutsu magic class, and then it'll all be set.
Where can I learn to throw shuriken properly, though?
Trader's Mall.
I can buy plenty at Trader's Mall and Tater Day.
Yeah, we absolutely.
I must find the Tater Ninja.
We absolutely. I don't know where we got ninja stars.
Got a Confederate flag ninja suit.
That is something that you would find at the Trader's Mall, which I would like to rename the Traitors Mall.
Nice.
Yeah, got him.
Nice. If I say the Tater Ninja's got a beard coming out the bottom of his mask. Watch out, it's the Tater Ninja, y'all.
I mean, I know I just called it the Traitors Mall, but once COVID is like taken care of, I'm definitely going there to look for Super Nintendo games.
You may as well not bother.
No, they're like super dumb
In
price.
the rare case that I've ever seen one,
Yeah.
they're shitty and they're super expensive.
I saw when I was on Facebook Marketplace, I've got like alerts set up for certain keywords, and something pinged for SNES locally. I was like, fuck yeah. And I opened it up, and it's like, there is a booth in the store. Are you familiar with the Bargain Hunt? It's Bargain Hunt or The Shed. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, I've gone there several times.
Yeah.
I found decent stuff, but it was expensive.
They've got like some comics and stuff there. It's a bummer to hear that it's expensive because like I was like, oh, I want to see what they've got. But that is absolutely a place where like no one's wearing masks in there. I can guarantee you.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee you no one's wearing masks in Bargain Hunt. So I'll just wait. see how it all sorts out.
I've got my vaccine. I'll run there for you.
Will you go for me? I'll give you a list. Actually, yeah, it's a list of games that I already own, which is
I'll dress like Zagreus and run into Barkin.
I would love to see you run into local owned establishments cosplaying as Zagreus from Hades.
Shades.
Speaking of Mega 64, sounds like something they would do. Yeah. You have to speak in like a.
I got a squirt gun. Poseidon.
You have to speak in like a smooth British accent, though.
I can do country redneck Zag.
Oh, Zagreus.
Zaggy.
Jurassic Park 2, The Chaos Continues, was originally scheduled for release in December 1994, but was ultimately released in January 1995. Thanks, Wikipedia. The game was a month late. Thanks. These are the facts we come to you for. It was a month late. Cool. A Game Boy version with a different storyline was released in February 1995.
Huh.
Which I played a little bit of because about middle of 2020, there was a firmware upgrade on the SD to SNES, which allows you to essentially load up Game Boy games through like the bio of a Super Game Boy 2. So I was like, let me try this.
Okay.
Let me try this out. And I played a little bit of it, and I was like, okay, I can stop. I mean, my plan was, okay, and this is why I set it up, because I owned this game when I was a kid for the Super Nintendo. I owned The Chaos Continues when I was a child. I wish I could remember where I got it. I don't remember buying it, but like this was one that I bought. And I was like, well, I beat this plenty of times as a kid, so I better get this Game Boy game ready to go. So when I beat this, I'll have something to play for, the rest of the time.
Yep.
I never beat The Chaos Continues on the stream.
Yeah.
Because I
understand. I really understand.
It turns out that I forgot a lot of stuff, and I forgot that a lot of the game is a maze.
A maze with fuck that raptor shit. Fuck, but it's right. Fuck.
Yeah, they're on you. They're on you.
Yeah. Which that makes sense. I can't argue with it.
So it's really hard for me because I had this game as a kid. It's hard for me to disassociate. It's hard for me to take the nostalgia glasses off. I'm going to try to talk about this game objectively, if I possibly can. But I've got like a lot of good memories associated with this game. And like one of the good things about this game is that it is, well, first of all, it's Contra, but on Jurassic Park. And there is
I would put it more akin to Blackthorn than I would Contra.
I see. Okay, I think I get you on Blackthorn, but like there was a lot of hiding in Blackthorn.
Yeah, except for the stepping in the background. Yeah,
because like I feel like that was it's a little more action. The standout.
So maybe like it's the midway point between Blackthorn and Contra.
Well, see, I think it reminds me of Alien 3 for the Super Nintendo.
Okay, that's fair.
Which I didn't like, but I like this game better. Like in Alien 3, all the environments are very similar. But I will say, like, for the many faults that Jurassic Park 2 has, which it does have a lot of faults, one thing that I do like about it is that the scenery changes a lot. Like you're in the jungle, and they reuse a lot of stuff, so it's not they'll change.
I always wondered, like, did I just restart the same level again? I don't know, it's slightly different,
right? Because it's totally. They do reuse a lot of things, which is. I wish they wouldn't do that, but they do at least have like, well, this is a level that's in the jungle. Here's a level that's like at a volcano. Yeah, everyone remembers a volcano in Jurassic Park, right? Which is, if you look closely, it's like, oh, they took the mountain level, made everything red. That's what they did in the volcano level. So there's a mountain level where you fight like pterodactyls and stuff. There's variation. And one of my favorite levels is a level that's like a grassy plain. It's like a white magic card for it's a land. It's a white land. It's a plain. And I like that because it kind of changes things up. So, but like Contra, 2 players can play this game simultaneously, which is very important because I love this game, and I will always.
The other person's Alan Grant, right? If you're not Michael Wolfskin, you're Alan Grant.
Maybe. Maybe. Did I just lie when I was like, Alan Grant isn't in this game?
But it's that he's only the second player, though.
I have very fond memories of this game because I was, for the longest time, an only child growing up. So if there was a 2-player game, it essentially meant that too bad. You're playing it 1 player.
Yeah.
I remember going to my grandmother's house. This is probably in middle school. I remember going to my grandmother's house. She lived in a farmhouse in a town of 500 people in Mississippi, Mississippi. And no, it sucked.
Nice.
Yeah, it sucked. No, it wasn't so. It sucked real bad. You know how earlier we were talking about living in the sticks? I take it back. This is the kind of place where it's like, you want to go to Wendy's? You got 45 minutes.
Ooh. I don't know. It's right over there. They're just real slow.
Yeah, they're just chickens that work in there.
Can I have a chili? Yeah.
So like
picks up a machete.
It's like the sloths.
Or a farm to table Wendy's.
It's like the sloths in that movie where the people want the rabbit and the fox to have sex. The Jason Bateman fox. It's like that movie.
Oh yeah. Zootopia.
Thank you. Yeah. I saw that movie in the theater.
The Jason Bateman sex movie, Yeah. Zootopia.
Look, man, if like he
was also in Arrested Development and had that weird scene with his sister who was the prostitute that was trying to have sex with him.
I forgot about that.
People like it when Jason Bateman fucks inappropriately.
Well, he doesn't fuck. He
nearly fucks inappropriately.
Well, he doesn't. Not in Zootopia. It's just the.
Oh, that fox nearly fucked that rabbit.
It's just the internet was like, yeah, we want them to fuck, and it's like, I get it. It's like, okay, sure, yeah. Fuck that rabbit.
You want them to both get the wild disease and like just have just ruinous sex with each other? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. John Hammond wouldn't be about it.
Running around reproducing everywhere. Damn, Malcolm.
So, me in middle school at my grandmother's house in this small farmhouse in So-So, Mississippi. I do not remember why we were visiting her because it was always like a really long, it was like an 8-hour kind of drive to see my grandmother. And for a while, my Uncle Larry was there. And the last living memory I have of my Uncle is him coming into that small room where I begged my parents, please let me bring my Super Nintendo. And they let me bring it, and I brought the very few games that I had. One of those games was Jurassic Park 2. And I remember playing it, and my Uncle Larry walking in and being like, what's this? And I was like, it's Jurassic Park 2. I can turn it, because it was his room, essentially. That's where he was sleeping. He's like, no, man, let's play. And we like played this game for hours that night.
Ah, awesome.
And it's like, I'll never be able to separate that from this game.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So it's one of those. And I know the game is flawed, but it's like...
Well, I can't even objectively object to your nostalgia because I'm playing it on my Retro Pi, which certain control schemes that aren't automatically loaded in are very hard. Because I'm trying to play with a Super Nintendo controller, a knockoff,
right,
built for the emulation.
Sure,
but it did not assign the L and R keys properly, and that's how you cycle through your weapons in this game. Which you were telling me is incredibly important.
Yeah, it's real important because you were using.
I was locked into the basic bitch,
the weakest gun in the game.
Yep.
You were locked
into.
into.
Fuck, this game is hard,
and it is kind of a hard game. Like it's harder than I remember it being.
Like I'm literally spending 30 seconds shooting a raptor as it just kills me.
Yeah, and like honestly, dude, like. A lot of times I don't even fuck with them because it's like I know their jump pattern, so it's just like dodge them.
Yeah,
and then
that's what I ended up doing. I got close to finishing the second level. I died so many times, just steps away from a health pack, multiple times, just steps away.
And you mentioned the checkpointing in this game, which is there is none.
Yep.
There is no checkpointing in the game. If you die, you have to go back to the very beginning of the level. And you've mentioned that they're long levels. And they are.
When you don't like it, they're very long levels.
They are. Because like you said that, and I got very defensive about it. Because I was like, they're not that long. Not that long.
That's why I could have stopped. I was like, oh, you like this game?
Oh, I love this game. Yeah, it goes beyond like. It's like I don't know. I love the game. And it's not because of the way that the game is built. Although, honestly, truly...
Somebody loves every game.
I'm living evidence of that, I guess. But like truly for like a movie tie-in game, I feel like this is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I like it better than the original Jurassic Park on Super Nintendo, but like a lot of people disagree with me.
SNES Drunk does not.
Oh, really? I haven't watched his video.
He thought the first one was awful and likes this one much more.
Yeah, I don't like the first. I mean... I haven't played the first one all the way through. Probably if I had owned the first one as a kid.
The first one sounds awful. Watching playthroughs and reviews and like these huge sprawling mazes with no map function, no password system, no saves, no nothing. Sounds awful.
It's like
but that it's Dinosaurs Ate My Neighbors, essentially.
Or totally. Yeah. Like a top-down Zelda kind of, but you're in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, so just Zombies Ate My Neighbors, just not as responsive or varied.
I don't want to talk about it too much because I absolutely want to do another episode on that just because I can milk Jurassic Park for a really long time. Like Jurassic Park was my jam in 5th grade. Like, I mean, I remember I've got a lot of weird, like, emotional energy tied up in Jurassic Park. Like, between playing
You're a dinosaur kid.
Yeah, I was a dinosaur kid.
Yeah.
Between, like, playing this game with my uncle before he died, and then I remember being in 5th grade is when we moved around a lot when I was a kid. We moved to Pennsylvania, and I was going to a new school, and it was real bad. Like, it sucked real bad. And I remember that year I probably read Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park 4 times. Like, it was with me in my book bag. I'd take it to school. Like, before class, I'd be reading it. On the bus, I'd be reading it. Just because it was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
So a lot of this, I don't know. It's a way of saying I was a Jurassic Park kid. And then the second movie came out, and I was like, fuck this shit.
Oh.
Right.
I'm very young to be disillusioned, but okay.
But you fucked it up for me. So, yeah. But yeah, this game is more like a Contra style. It's a side-scrolling shoot 'em up, essentially.
Yep.
That's got some different mechanics to it. As John Hammond expressed to Alan Grant in his letter, he is very concerned about maintaining the dinosaurs. He has spared no expense creating these dinosaurs. He doesn't want them to be killed. So you have
Alan, do me a favor, just go.
Right.
I'm not going to talk about what I'm going to pay you
or what you need to
like
do.
That, but I want you, risk your life going back in. Just don't kill these dinosaurs.
Right.
Except for the raptor and T-Rex. Fuck them up.
John could have saved a lot of words and pages by just sending Alan Grant a photograph of Michael Wolfskin and with a Post-it note on it that says, "The new you."
Yep.
Heart, John. Also, thanks for saving my grandchildren.
I guess I want to talk about the intro to this game.
Okay, yeah, right. Yes, we definitely need to talk about the intro to this game.
Pretty impressive as far as Super Nintendo intros go.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like, it reminds me of, I'm going to draw a comparison to Where It Meets in the Middle. So for me, just watching this animated voice acted intro, which is surprising for the Super Nintendo.
And I think like maybe the voice acting isn't good, but at least it's well done. You can understand what they're saying. It's not like in Barkley Shut Up and Jam where every now and then Barkley just goes, it's like, what did Barkley say? But the one you can clearly hear on the Genesis is, "Get the damn ball." That one you can hear.
So on the good end of comparison, like, I got vibes of like Batman the Animated Series.
I did as well. Yeah, I did as well.
On the bad end of comparisons, it also gave me Zelda CDI vibes. So it's somewhere in the middle of those
two. Somewhere in the middle. It is like they were going for a Batman the Animated Series vibe.
But they just weren't quite good enough.
And like, look, let's be honest, who is, right?
Yep.
But I mean, it's not like they hired Paul Dini to write this story for us, please.
It's an evil CEO looking at his window and saying how badly he wants to have dinosaurs.
Right? Who's clearly in Seattle, but everyone speaks with a British accent. It's in the shadow.
Well, John Mahoney, who played Fraser's dad, was British.
There it is.
It lines up.
That's ground zero for the British invasion of Seattle in the 90s. Was that. Yeah. So you're right. Yeah, it's also in that cutscene. You see a pilot, some Biosyn pilots, flying to the island, and then they see pterodactyls, and then the game starts.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I selected easy. You get to choose from the 5 or 6 stages. Just however you want to play them in. I feel like each one was harder than the last. So if you go to the very last one, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Except for the running. I nearly cleared that run and gun level where you're just fighting dudes. Because you've got a dude that looks like you. You've got Master Chief dude that throws green grenades.
There are just
You've
dudes.
got bald black guy with a shotgun.
They're like in cosmonaut
guy.
suits.
Yeah.
They're like 1960s Russian astronauts are on the island for whatever reason with flamethrowers.
What's your name? Miklatov.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to skim over you choose the mission that you want to do, because I do think that is important to the game. And I think it's interesting because it's non-linear. You can do it in any order that you want to. And I think that's important because I remember as a kid, I would always do the hardest ones first, because if I died on a hard level, I just reset instead of using the continue, because it's like, if I can get through the harder ones without dying, the easy ones are a breeze. And that's how I'll finish the game.
Yeah.
Some of the levels have boss fights. Some of them do not. Like, for example, on the grassy plains, you fight a helicopter who has a cage that's trying to catch a gallimimus, a cage copter. And you can shoot the cage off the helicopter and then stand on it to take out the helicopter if you want.
Yeah. Gotta reach high, get that helicopter.
Gotta reach high, but the problem is if you stand on it, then you can't dodge the bombs. So there's a level where you are on top of a Jeep, and another guy is driving the Jeep while you are shooting at a T-Rex that is chasing the Jeep.
In a circle. Because you're driving by the same guy hanging from a pole, shooting a gun. It's like you'll do a circle while the big red and black T-Rex is trying to chomp on you.
Yes.
Which, honestly, I think John Hammond is the interloper here, because the Biosyn people and the dinosaurs are clearly like good friends, because they're like assisting each other and they're hanging out in the same space.
They all dress
they
the
all
same.
Hate you. Yeah. They're all wearing the Raptors have the flamethrowers and the suits.
And there are a lot of them there. Like, there are a lot
There's
of them there.
There's a lot of them there. And they seem pretty good with their space.
Yeah. You fight more guys than you do dinosaurs in this game, I feel like. Because there are a lot of them. And there is one level.
The guys are fucking and trying to populate, but it's not happening as quickly.
Why'd we use that frog DNA on these guys? Now they can reproduce.
Turn the freaking frogs gay.
At first I thought they're just like fucking each other, but now they're having baby guys. We don't have enough goats for this shit.
Well, there it is.
Life finds a way, my dude. Some of the other levels, also, by the way, I want to point out that in the very middle of the instruction manual is a 2-page ad for Jurassic Park toys. One of which I'm proud to say, I'm sorry, there's 2 of those that I owned. The Real Feel Skin Dino Damage.
Feels like real dinosaur skin. Asterisk.
Just like the real thing, baby.
They could look 25 years in the future and be like, oh, looks like a real dinosaur butthole.
Right, yeah, I saw that. That piece of news. We now know what a dinosaur's butthole looks like.
A preserved dinosaur butthole.
Nice. Perverts rejoice. How long until someone makes that a thing that you can fuck?
Fleshlight already in production, baby.
Right. I think maybe Bad Dragon might be the ones on that one.
Oh, man, yeah.
So, yes, the missions are kind of hit or miss. There is a mission called the Blockade, which is essentially, you've got this little like PDA device that you're selecting missions on.
It always looks like at the end of every level, he's just like, oh shit, I got a text message.
Right.
Just checking his phone.
Right. And it's like, that's where you select your missions from. And there's a mission called the Blockade, which is essentially no dinosaurs. You're just going in and destroying a blockade that the guys created to hinder your progress. Yeah. And after each mission that you select, you get an emergency call, and it's like, hey, you got to stop what you're doing. And you got to rescue this scientist, or you got to like fix this satellite, or something will come up. So while it looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4.
Every time you rescue a scientist, it looks like you're saving somebody trapped in the Blair Witch House, just like kind of sitting there strangely with their back to you in the corner.
Yeah, it is like you're rescuing your grandfather who has dementia, because he's like just kind of like not facing the camera, looking at the bushes behind you.
Like Michael finding Phyllis's uncle or grandfather at her wedding. Like,
Oh, I thought you meant Michael Wolfskin.
Michael Wolfskin. Same thing. That would be another Jurassic Park starring Michael Wolfskin.
I would love to watch
But
it.
made by Michael Scott.
I would love to watch that. I would love to watch if they put everyone from The Office in a Jurassic Park movie. I know it's kind of got more of like a Parks and Rec vibe because of Chris Pratt and all that, but I don't know, change it up.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
They share DNA, Dino DNA, with
Stanley sitting there, hold on to your butts. Hold on to your, shove it up your butt.
There is, okay, so we were talking about the weapons. There are 2 categories of weapons in this game. Lethal weapons, there's 3
Which
of
you're
them.
too old for.
Right? Yeah, way too old for that shit. And then there are non-lethal weapons. Hammond wants you to use non-lethal weapons on the dinosaurs, except for the raptors and the T-Rexes.
Basically, if they're a color, then non-lethal.
How do you mean?
Like the little orange ones running around, or
Oh, yeah.
like they do noticeably look different.
They do. You're right. Yeah, because the spitters are like bright green, and then the compies are orange. There is a mission.
The ones they have like rooster faces.
Yeah, the Oviraptors. Yeah, and there's like a cool mission in there where it's like, I don't know, it's stuff that when I was in middle school I just thought was cool because like the scenario where it's like, oh yeah, there's Oviraptors and they eat eggs and Hammond's worried about these eggs that are being incubated. So it's like, okay, that's cool. You got to like take care of it. Just felt like they thought about problems that might actually happen on the island.
As opposed to like these labs that are, interconnected by floating ladders just in the middle of nowhere where, all right, well, I'm going to get over this section of the lab so I can get, call these pipes.
Right.
Curl these pipes around.
Yes. And
the jumps are hard to time on some parts because you have to jump across one ladder to land on the other ladder. You can't jump from the edge because
Right.
you'll trigger like the ladder animation. So I died from falling damage several times just trying to jump ladder to ladder.
Well, and see all of that stuff that we're talking about right here, like that jumping from ladder to ladder, all of that also reminds me of Alien 3 for the Super Nintendo because I remember doing that too. And it kind of made me like,
You're pretty much just in like just gray and black and brown in Alien 3 over
right,
and over and over
right,
and over and over.
Right. And honestly, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, if I had been more, because I like Alien. I mean, I like that. I like that franchise. Okay, I love the first movie. I think that first movie is fantastic.
First movie's fan-fucking-tastic.
Fantastic horror movie.
I'm not like a movie person, at all.
Yeah.
But I sat down and watched that old-ass movie, and it was like, fuck, man, yeah this is good.
It's really, really good. And Aliens is a good movie, too. It's just not a horror movie. It's like an action movie with horror elements in it. And then,
as they all eventually become.
right. And then everything after that in that franchise has just kind of been like, well, okay. For me at least. And it's like,
No, for everybody.
well, I mean,
Ridley's dead. No, we're going to bring Ridley back like a long time in the future and have an alien who's half human, and then you got to stick him in a pinhole. We'll call it Alien Resurrection, like he'll have like sort of like a Ridley face.
yeah.
People will love
That's
it.
going to be great.
I mean, remember how good the first movie was? This is the natural progression of that. I mean, absolutely.
well, like what's fucked up about it is how like, it's like how we talk about power creep and like Magic the Gathering or D&D. It's like that because like in Alien, there was one alien on the ship and it fucking killed everybody.
Yep.
And then in Aliens, they're like, "Brr, stupid bug, brr, brr," you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's just like, come on, man. Like,
Well, it's like Dead Space. The first Dead Space, like necromorphs are fucking terrifying. By the time you
Yes.
get to Dead Space 3, it's like, come on, partner, boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
did you play through that trilogy?
Played through the first and second one, sort of started the third one and fell off.
I didn't play. I started the second one and was like, I mean, I was 15 minutes into it and I was like,
Yeah.
It had a different feel to it.
It did. And 3 completely ruined it because it was co-op. So
3 was co-op?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I mean, co-op can be scary, but I mean, it has to be, because I mean, it has to be
It
done
was
like
just
a very
beautiful about
specific
the first
way.
one. The first one was so
The first one was so
so
good.
good.
The second one should have
Man.
been just more of the first one,
yeah,
essentially.
Yeah, but they just make it more action.
Yeah.
Just broaden that appeal a little bit, make it a little more actiony.
A little more mainstream, a little less niche. Yeah. Make more money that way. I mean, that's what it boils down to, right?
Man, I just love that first one. I loved because I remember playing that game because I had gotten, I got in an argument with Laura Beth, Blake's wife,
Oathbreaker.
about something stupid.
Lady Oathbreaker.
And I skipped because they would do these big dinners for all the students and their families and stuff, and I skipped it. So everyone else went, and I was just like, I bought Dead Space, but I haven't played it yet. So I remember I just got my first big flat screen TV and the PS3. So I remember
Dead Space 1?
Yeah, Dead Space 1.
Oh yeah, totally worth skipping that dinner.
So I turned off all the lights, locked all the doors, took 2 lore tabs.
Oh, great.
Pulled up my my lazy boy.
That's real good for your reflexes, right?
Oh,
Laura
man,
tabs.
it was so good. I was just floaty and in it. I mean, it was that's one of my top 10 sitting there enjoying a game of my life because it was so fucking good.
Dead Space was really, really good.
Totally immersed in it.
Dead Space is
great.
really good. Yeah, that was a good, Dead Space came out in a time of my life where I could do that kind of thing. And you know what I mean? If I want to immerse myself in a game now, I have to do it at a very specific time of night where everyone's asleep. No one's gonna need anything from me. I have to do it with headphones on in my office. I can no longer lounge on the couch and play games in the dark while people are in the game are screaming "fuck," which is I found out every game, pretty much.
So what was it? There was something I was playing that when I actually put my headphones on and played it, it was a totally different experience. I feel like I might have even done that with Dead Space. Because remember, I think it was recommended in an instruction booklet that you do that.
Oh yeah, a lot of horror games will do that. Yeah, and I like that, and that's I like playing games. I like playing horror games in the dark. Playing not God, I get the names of these games confused because they're so fucking similar, but not Phasmagoria, but Phantasmophobia. Oh my gosh. Drinks down. Everything. Oh no, it was the big black cock that fell.
It knocked over the
It
drink,
knocked
too.
over a bunch of stuff. Asterius.
That's a lot of cock.
Asterius, no.
All right, we're good.
But in Phasmophobia, it is yeah, man, I love playing that in the dark. All the lights are off because I want to play that to be scared, you know? I don't want to play it to be good at the game, but I end up wanting to be good at the game because it's a scary part's coming up, and it's I don't want to experience the scary part. I mean, I do, but I don't want to experience it.
Yeah.
So let's do this thing. But anyway, Alien, good movie.
We should do Dead Space sometime. I miss it.
Yeah,
But
my PS3 is dead, unfortunately. So that one I would need to fix it, or probably just buy another
borrow
one.
mine.
Well, then how are you?
I don't
play
even
it?
know if mine still works.
It might have a PC
It's been
release.
sitting there for a while. Surely it does.
Probably does.
Surely it's on Steam.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we got there from that blockade level in Jurassic Park 2, where it is essentially you just fight nothing but guys. There's no dinosaurs in it, and I do think that is a shortcoming of the game. I think a Jurassic Park game.
It's on Steam.
Oh, Dead Space is on Steam.
Yeah.
How much is it?
$19.99.
I'll wait for it to go on sale.
Good call. That's a good call.
I mean, it's a good game, but I mean,
It's not Hades good. Hades is $19.99.
yeah, right. I mean, it's pretty good. But yeah, I don't know if it's $20.
$5.99 for that game I've already bought before. That's probably
There we
about
go.
right.
If I hadn't bought it before, I'd say yes. $20 for a great game. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But I have it. Can I trade it to Steam? Can I send it in, mail
Can
it
I
into
put
Steam?
it in? I'm putting it in my computer. Tell me when you get it.
Right? Do you have it? I'm gonna fax you this PlayStation 3 game. Can you confirm receipt?
Yeah. I'll take that cash. Thank you.
But so in the game you have lethal rounds, non-lethal rounds, and each of those categories has 3 different guns. So the tranks, on the trank side, you've got a cattle prod that you can charge up. It essentially works like Mega Man's Buster. You've got a trank rifle that just kind of shoots a steady stream of tranquilizer darts. And then you've got a tranquilizer rocket. essentially, which is a rocket that like tranquilizes dinosaurs.
It's called the knockout punch.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. Trust me.
Yeah. And then on the lethal side,
It's a giant slug imbued by a. Oh shit! What's the word? Shit! It's a blue mage power.
Oh, okay.
That makes enemies go to sleep. I forget what that.
A blue mage power that makes enemies go to sleep.
I'll think of it. That's the specialization school for the sleep wizard who imbued the slug.
Man, that's gonna bug the shit out of me. And then is it like Mandragora's song or something like that?
Remember, you got it in Yotor Jungle.
Yeah, that's why I'm going like Mandragora with that. But no, I'm thinking of the Bard because Bard had Sleep Song that I would use all the time. I don't remember the Blue Mage one. You'll say it and I'll be like, yeah, that's it.
I'm looking it up.
Please.
Soporific.
No, I never would have gotten there. No, I never
Soporific.
Never would have gotten there. It's been a long time since I played Final Fantasy XI.
Yeah.
Kinda, sorta. I played like one night with Dalton, Guitar Man Dalton, and then I was like, man, that was fun. I can't wait to play more, and then I never did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just kind of how that's like the space I'm in with MMOs.
Live happens.
Yeah.
No, I will never be able to do an MMO. Just won't happen.
I want to play Final Fantasy 14 like real bad. It's just like, realistically, I do not have the time to play an MMO. I don't. Yeah. I mean,
I'm almost done with Empires and Puzzles. Like I'm
man,
finally about to check out of that.
You've been playing that game for a long time. How is your guild taking that news? Have you told them yet?
I haven't said anything yet.
Are you just going to ghost, or are you going to say
I'll
bye?
say something
Yeah.
so they get a replacement. Don't fuck anything up. But there's a lot of demands, and they're all on European time. So by the time I get up, there's a whole bunch of messages. Get your attacks, get your blah, 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 blah. We've been waiting for you. And it's just like,
yikes.
I don't need one more obligation and management experience.
Right.
And now all the drop rates are even lower and shit's more expensive since Zynga bought it. So, yeah, I'm about done. Done.
That sounds like it might be time to move on.
Yep.
Plus, you got Hades. You can play that all you want for free since you've already bought it.
Yeah. No microtransactions in Hades.
That's
Thank you, Supergiant.
Man, wouldn't that be... that wouldn't
Blake's all about it now.
Oh, great.
Blake tried it. He was like, oh, I didn't know they made this. Fuck yeah. And then like a few hours later, yeah, man, you were right.
It's really good.
I one more run myself for 4 more hours last night.
But can you imagine if you're playing Hades and like Poseidon shows up and he's like, hello, nephew. I can help you with this boon for $2.99.
Yeah, God, that's how it would be.
You'll get the fishing rod later, but you can have it now for $5, nephew.
Nephew, ha ha!
Man, I don't know, but he just looks like he smells.
Yep.
I think it's the way he holds his
You
weapon,
chose
his
Zeus,
trident.
nephew? Well, I'm very angry and I'm going to attack you unless you pacify me for, say, $1.99.
But they would probably be like tokens or something, because they always have that like space currency, so it doesn't feel like you're spending real money.
Oh, you'd be Greek drachmas. You have to buy them in the in the Supergiant store. Take them into Hades.
Thank you, Supergiant, for making a game that's actually good and doesn't have any of that bullshit in it. And as far as I know, like from what I've heard, they're like, no, this is it. This is like a game that we've done. No add-ons, no DLC. This is it.
As much as I want more,
but I love
it.
Though.
But I understand.
I love it. I love that because it's like, holy shit, man. They are, and with it being $20, it's like they are in this for the fucking love of the game.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that's some fucking integrity.
Because
right
it'd be
there.
very easy. Like everyone on Deuce posting is like, what gods would you pay for DLC for? Or, what would their powers be? What new weapons? And like, yeah, just like that. I mean, that sounds fun. Like I would buy the shit out of it.
Yeah.
But I also love that they're not doing it.
I'd pay $1.99 to play with the knife.
Yep.
So Jurassic Park 2. Right. The one other thing that I want to talk about is
Or the baseball bat. And you pay $5 to get the aspect of Babe Ruth. It's wonderful.
Well, that's the fourth aspect for the baseball bat, right?
Yeah. Or you in like a fifth aspect for the sword, it turns into a baseball bat, and it's the aspect of Babe Ruth.
Bring Babe Ruth's bat to the surface. Achilles is like, I have not heard of this Bambino.
He's known for eating hundreds of dogs.
Oh God! And actually, like, you're trying to give the Seder sack to service at the end, but Babe Ruth intercepts it. That's the thing you do in baseball, right? you intercept things,
you
right?
intercept it. You're right. Now I'm just thinking about Cerberus having the same shirt Hercules had at the end of Sandlot. Just Charon's replaced by James Earl Jones.
Baseball.
Oh,
That's all he says. Instead of all I can say is baseball.
Just in various pitches.
Inflections.
Baseball.
And when he gets mad, I love when Charon gets mad at you and the screen like shakes for a second and has that sound effect.
Record scratch.
Yeah. Baseball. So in Jurassic Park 2, the chaos continues. There is the Jurassic Park logo at the top of the screen. Mm-hmm. There's a number next to that. Mm-hmm. It starts at 100. That represents how much the dinosaurs have been fucking. As you kill a dinosaur, if you use lethal force on a dinosaur, that number will go from 100 to 99. And for every dinosaur that you kill, that number will decrease. It'll rise over time because, again, those dinosaurs are fucking.
They be fucking.
But if it gets too low, you game over.
But I mean, surely if you keep it really high, you probably get like the best ending in this game, right?
I do not know. I do not know the answer to that.
To my understanding, there is just one shitty ending.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, is there more than one ending? Because that would have been a complete surprise to me.
Just don't go hog wild killing the dinosaurs, but you don't really have to worry about it either.
Yeah. I think it's a cool mechanic. Mm-hmm. Like, I do wish that there was a payoff for it, but I do think it is neat that it's like you have two different categories of weapons, one intended for one kind of target and another intended for a different kind of target. I mean, that's not something I've seen in another game. I don't know if that's just because I don't play a lot of these games or if that's something that's special to like the Chaos Continues. But I do like it. I think it's a neat like kind of angle on the game, and I do like being able to choose the missions in whatever order you want to. But.
Yeah, that is nice. Overall, I mean it's a very difficult game. I don't think this is a bad game at all. It's definitely got its pluses. Mm. You know, there's not a lot of. It's one of my. I enjoy it more than any other Jurassic Park game we've played so far. I'll give it that. Yeah,
I do think it's better than... I don't know why John even wrote Alan, because he's so shitty in the Genesis version of Jurassic Park. The whole time he's just sliding around going... I mean, I've seen speedrunners, that's all they do. Like on that raft level, just... the whole time. It's like fucking Alan's having a fit on a raft.
Someone put a belt in Alan's mouth.
But I mean, you can play as the raptor in the Genesis version.
That's fucking great.
And that's what sold that game.
Yep. 100%.
And that's what I loved as a kid. I mean, it's like, okay, yeah, I want to play as a raptor.
It had like a cool, dark ambiance to it. Like I'm Jurassic Park on Genesis. I'm good.
Yeah. It is a fun game. Yeah. Jurassic Park on the Genesis. I think it's a fun game. It is janky, but it is. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like super janky, but it is. It's a fun game. It's fun.
It's sort of like X-Men. Like it's a.
Which one?
The first one
for Genesis.
Yeah. Yeah. Where I feel like, which I still like. I have fond memories of, but it's more of a cool look and concept than in gameplay.
For sure.
It goes up and it ebbs and flows.
For sure. Yeah, and I remember when Jurassic Park...
You keep it on the whole time. Points to that over X-Men.
Keep what on?
The game.
Oh, right. Yeah, you don't have to reset it. Yeah, that is true. And I think I like the Chaos Continues more than the Lost World on the Genesis, which I know I've mentioned this before, but I think it's very interesting that on the Genesis, the first Jurassic Park game was a side scroller, and then the second game was a top-down action RPG, essentially.
Yeah.
And on the SNES, it's completely switched.
Yeah.
The first one is a top-down action RPG, and then the second one is RPG, the lightest version of RPG possible.
Yeah.
And then the second one is a side scroller. I remember playing the Game Gear version of Jurassic Park.
Which intense, I feel like very intense survival horror would have been the way to go.
Yeah, and I feel like that's where they were going on. Oh God, I think it was the 3DO, because I remember like reading that in the Game Pro and being like, "Fuck yeah, I want these dinosaurs to scare me." There's
like the kids hiding from the raptors in the kitchen. Like that's how
yeah,
in Jurassic Park 1 is like, oh, I'm within a mile of a raptor. I'm fucking dead.
yeah. Well, it's like I would like you
Then Jurassic Park 3, where no, I've got this raptor head flute. Come on, come on. I'm the Pied Piper of raptors. Let's go.
yeah. Well, again, it's like the alien syndrome, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like they go from two fucking raptors. Everyone's freaking out about two fucking raptors.
Yep.
And it's like, now look at Jurassic World. Easy blue. Easy blue. You know what I mean? It's like,
at least it's still just the one T-Rex.
I guess.
That same motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a beard, Jurassic
Well, do you have any achievements first?
No, none.
Okay.
I do. A lot of achievements came in.
Okay.
It was very, very, very difficult to choose achievements. Way more achievements came in than I thought were going to come in. Yes, I do have some achievements. The first of which is like extinct, but like double extinct, you know? And in order to unlock like extinct, but like double extinct, you know? Murder all of one species of a dinosaur in a game. And that came in from Ross Rachel Green. The next achievement I've got comes in from Dr. Drunk, a.k.a. the bestower of Asterius, the large dildo that we have now. This achievement is entitled Engine Contra Affair. In order to unlock Engine Contra Affair, sell weapons to the dinosaurs to help them fight against the Biosyn soldiers. Also, I want to enunciate engine. I don't want you to think I'm talking about
engine.
Like engine.
Oh yeah,
for like Tom Sawyer. I'm not
After
reading,
I said it, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not reading Tom Sawyer here. Engine.
It's like the last time we accidentally said a slur.
Yes, we're very sorry about that still. Next achievement I've got comes in from Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, and it is There Is No Cow Level. And in order to unlock There Is No Cow Level, find and beat the hidden gymnastics level on Jurassic Park 2. There were a lot of really, really, really good achievements. It was hard to pick my favorite three, but boom, there you go. Speaking of survival horror dinosaur games, have you ever played Dino Crisis for the PlayStation?
Heard about it, never played it.
Man, I want to play it. Yeah, I want to play it. As soon as I get that X Station mod going, which will probably be like next year.
We get Turok too. Get all the dinosaur games.
You know, I've got one of the Turok games for the N64.
I remember playing it at Josh's and I didn't hate it.
Yeah. I don't think I have.
I would now, but I didn't then.
Right, yeah. I think there were at least 2 Turok games on the N64,
There were.
right?
Yep.
I think I've got the second one because I remember ordering a bundle through like eBay or Goodwill or something that had a bunch of Super Nintendo games and like 3 N64 games. And it's like, all right, fine.
I guess I sort of do collect these still too.
I have more N64 games than I fucking want. If anybody out there wants to trade SNES games for N64 games, for my N64 games, let me know because I'll be happy to do that. Tyler, do you have any achievements?
It
It sounds like a no.
It's my rifle, and her name is Betty. Never switch from the rifle, which I unlocked.
Also known as L and R are not mapped. It's impossible. You're kind of like if you had a gun grafted to your hand, where it's like, this could be useful sometimes, but more than likely, I'm just going to shoot everybody I love. On accident.
Yeah. Pitfall. You unlock Pitfall by getting knocked off one of the lines into the pit and dying.
Yeah. And they reuse a lot of those too. Like the pipes you're talking about that you have to traverse by climbing horizontally, like monkey bars, I guess. And the vines, they reuse a lot of that stuff. They reuse quite a bit in this game.
Yep.
It gets samey.
It does.
Yeah.
That's all I got for achievements.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I want to know how much this game is. If you were to buy Jurassic Park 2, The Chaos Continues, loose for the Super Nintendo, how much do you think you would pay for it?
See, I feel like it was probably mass-produced because it's a Jurassic Park game. It's a movie game. I hadn't really heard of it, though. But you had it as a kid. $9.50.
Respectable guess, Tyler. Actual retail value of Jurassic Park Part 2, The Chaos Continues, on average, loose, according to PriceCharting.com, at the time of this recording, is $17.10. It is more than I would have expected it to be.
Yeah.
Do you think it's worth it?
I'd buy it for you for your birthday or Christmas.
I wouldn't sell it for that much.
Yeah.
But do I think someone going in with zero sentimental value for this game or the franchise should pay $17 for it? No, I don't think so. That's a tough sell.
Yeah.
Because there are better Super Nintendo games than this for less money.
Yeah.
For sure. This is probably on my top 100. But do you think it is a TADPOG top 100 Super Nintendo game?
I mean, so for me, my barrier to entry for this game would be Blackthorn.
Yeah.
So do I think it is better than Blackthorn? Probably not quite, but it's not a far cry away.
Yeah.
I think Alien 3 is way the fuck overrated on SNES's IGN's list.
I think so too, but then again, I don't have as much love for that franchise as I do, say, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, this is by no means a terrible game.
Yeah.
It's hard, but I would put it in the top 200, 250 at this point.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
It's a respectable, run and gun shooter.
It's better than bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you like to hear what Flopsy had to say about?
Yeah, let's hear
Jurassic Park Part 2: The Chaos Continues. According to the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Master Mold Mike. They gave this game 2.5 stars, which is a straight up average score.
I feel like that's probably, this game is, it's an average game.
Yeah, I feel like that is probably pretty fair too. But I am also looking at, right next to it, Jurassic Park happens to be here. And we will get to that eventually. Oh, that one was SNES mouse compatible.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, on the first person perspectives,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, those night vision missions, huh? Oh boy. Okay. All right. We'll get. I hope the randomizer gives us Jurassic Park.
We just pick it next week. Knock it out.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game,
if the randomizer gives us a game we've already done, I say we do that Jurassic Park game.
Deal.
Okay.
I love that idea. Deal. Tyler, if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would you give it?
I would give it the beard of a spitter and furling its neck and spitting its venom into my face so I can't properly map the controls.
Okay, perfect. If you were to give this game a pair of glasses, it sums up how you feel about it. What glasses would you give it?
I give it the double paned glass on a Norman Rockwell painting of you and your uncle thoroughly enjoying playing this game together.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you. That was a good one. I don't know if I've ever told this story on the show before, but this is honestly playing Jurassic Park 2 with my uncle was my second favorite memory of him. The first of which was, I remember around that same time, it might have been that same trip, I don't remember, but I remember watching my dad and his brother, my uncle, throwing bottle rockets. And it's like, it is honestly probably the only time in my life that I've seen my dad act like an older brother hanging out with his younger brother.
Yeah.
Because it was very much that like dynamic, you know? And I remember like they saw me watching and they were like, you can come throw bottle rockets with us. And I was like, I don't think so. that seems entirely too
These
dangerous.
are my video gaming fingers.
No, right? Yeah.
One day they'll be my girl fingering fingers. So
and then later again they'll be my video game fingers. So they like convinced me.
And then I'll keep one hand for fingering and one hand for gaming.
They were like, no, come on. And I was like, no, I don't think so. And my uncle was like, look, it's fine. These can't hurt you. And he held a bottle rocket in his hand and he lit it and he pointed it at the sky and he just held it. He just held it in his hand and it went off and his arm caught on fire. And my dad had to pat the fire off of his arm as his shirt burned around his arm.
So you grabbed one for that, right?
So weirdly enough, that was so funny that I was like, well, Uncle Larry survived.
Put his arm off.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let. It's a smaller arm to put out.
Right. So yeah, actually, weirdly enough, that convinced me to try it. Because in my mind, no, you know me. In my mind, I was like, that looked badass. So there you go.
That's good. I like that. Got any more questions?
I got some questions.
All right.
You want a few questions?
Let's have some questions.
We got a quiz that came in from one Ross Rachel Green from across the pond, keeper of the mongoose. The mongoose?
Mangeese.
Mangeese. Let's see. This
Manganese.
manganese. What's the atomic weight?
Shit. When I was really in the periodic table, I could have told you.
I was kind of expecting you to be able to. This quiz is entitled Jurassic. I think that's how you pronounce that. There's 2 R's and 3 S's in there. I realize the title
I was hoping it was going to be Jessica Park. So I'll take questions about Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh, I thought it was just going to be like a park filled
Or
with
famous Jessicas.
Right, yeah. There's a lot of Jessicas.
Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Alba. There, we're done.
That's it. It's all the Jessicas.
Jessica Biel.
Yep. Jessica Biel?
Jennifer Biel. Jessica Pete. Jessica Cusack.
You're right.
We got all the Jessicas. Look, we had to use some frog
Jessica
DNA.
Lopez.
We had to use a little Jennifer DNA. We couldn't complete the sequence.
Jessica Gaga.
Jessica Gaga, of course. Ross says, I realize the title is spelt. That is right, spelt.
Yep.
With too many letters, but I needed to pad it out to 10 questions. I see now where the extra letters came in. With that out of the way, this will be the last week I am working from home, and I'll be back to normal come Monday. So the afternoon naps and regular game playing will have to be phased out. That's a bummer. We are currently having a shuffle around of various computers in the house. The PC from the living room is now in my office. My laptop will go to Simone for her business stuff, and her laptop, which was my nice gaming laptop, will go to the boy so he can leave me out of his YouTube video making, though I will still have to edit them. Man, you done fucked up. I don't edit shit for Henry. It's just like, let it rip.
That's fine.
Yeah,
it's
looks
fine.
great.
I got no tip. No notes. No, I watched it. No notes.
No, it's great. It was perfect. My favorite part is when I could see my mom unbeknownstly walking around in the background. Ross continues.
Do you want to give out his YouTube channel so everybody can go like it?
I definitely do not, just because it's like I feel kind of weird about that.
Yeah.
If it gets to a point where he's like,
yeah, he probably turned to a dick. He was like, I got 400 followers last night, Dad.
It's like, hey, that's more than we have on TADPOG, son. Ross continues. I see a lot of Windows reinstalls in my future. Anyway, yeah, that's going to happen a bunch. Anyway, please find a quiz below.
Go to bed, son. I'll go to bed when you get a few more followers. How about that, Dad?
Anyway, please find a quiz below, which start with the letters from the title. Tyler, are you ready to begin?
Let's do it.
First question. This J, despite being called 3D, wasn't actually 3D. It was just parallax scrolling turned to 11.
See, when it says something 3D, my brain went Bubsy 3D. Then it was like, no, that's not it. Jugs 3D? No, that's not even a thing at all. I don't know why that's there. Jugs 3D.
Remember that episode of Married with Children where Al Bundy goes into the VR world?
He puts on a virtual reality headset.
It plays Jugs 3D. Do you guys remember that obscure Supergiant game, Jugs 3D?
Jugs 3D.
Hello, nephew. Ahoy.
Look at my bountiful tits, nephew.
It is Hades, but like everyone has like crudely drawn tits on them. I feel like this is definitely a game that
my eyes are up here, boy.
You know how like sometimes
the three-headed hound growls urgently and Cerberus as its three monstrous doggy teats.
You know how sometimes you start a playthrough of Hades and Hades shows up and it has like a big word and then he lectures you?
Yep.
Jugs.
Jugs. That's what I was talking about with Bean Dad, where it had beans.
Oh, yeah. That was on Patreon. You talked about Bean Dad,
Yep.
right? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So if you want to hear what we said about Bean Dad, patreon.com/TADPOG.
Because I'd wondered, why did the McElroys replace their intro and everything with...
Oh, yeah. I remember like when I was like reading some of that, because I missed the whole Bean Dad stuff, but I did catch on when people were digging up those slurs. I mean, it was just like a mine. They were just mining for it.
Here goes your hope for office in Seattle, like you were really trying to get.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there was like, I remember, like, I caught wind of it because I remember, like, what the fuck is going on? And then I remember someone saying, who the hell even is this guy? And the reply was, he's the guy who does the McElroy Brothers podcast theme song. I was like, oh, that's over.
Yep.
Yeah, that is over.
It's over.
It has to be. And you've just confirmed it for me.
Yep.
This J, despite being called 3, are we going with Jugs 3D?
Jugs 3D.
Jugs 3D, lock it in. We've played this. We have to have, right?
Not 3D, but just parallax scrolling to the max, starting with the J.
What is I can't remember the name of the game that we just played recently that came with glasses.
Jim Powers.
Jim Powers.
Jim Powers.
Yes, thank you. It's that. Locking it in. It is Jim Power, The Lost Dimension in 3D.
Nice.
That was some teamwork.
Yeah, it
right there.
was.
That was some teamwork. Next question. This U is an open-ended seafaring simulation game. This U is an open-ended seafaring simulation game.
Utopia.
Utopia?
I don't know. I
don't know
what
either.
word with you?
I mean, it's seafaring. Underwater?
Underwater world.
Utopia. I'm going to go Utopia.
Oh, that's probably a game. That's going to be a game title.
Locking it in. It is Uncharted Waters.
Wow.
Haven't heard of that one.
Nope.
Probably great.
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
Can't wait.
A seafaring simulation game on the Super Nintendo? Yes.
Oh, man.
Sign me up.
Set it in World War II. Let us dogfight in it.
Next question. This R is the third in the series of these simulations based on novels and is subtitled after a large flying reptile. Also, it is the only SNES game to be fully translated into Chinese. It's based on novels. The subtitle is named after a large flying reptile. So dragon?
I was about to say, I don't think they had any romancing games for the Super Nintendo, did they?
They had, what is that Koei? Romance of the Five Kingdoms? Is that a thing? Romance of the... There is something that starts with romance. And I bet that's it.
I think that's it, yeah.
Like Romance of the Kingdoms.
Is it like a Chaos Dragon or something that had the...
I don't know.
That was the crown's power or some shit?
I really don't remember.
Romancing the Five Kingdoms.
Romancing Kingdoms.
The Dragon's Breath.
Subtitle Dragon's Breath. Locking it in. It is Romance of the Three Kingdoms. 3, Dragon of Destiny.
We got close enough.
We got pretty close. So I'm proud of our effort, even if we didn't get it right.
Yeah.
I'm proud of us. Next question. This R is the fourth in the series of these simulations based on novels and is subtitled after a structure made of the rapid oxidation of a material in an exothermic chemical process. It was also the last of these games to be released on the SNES. So that's Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4, likely. Right?
Sure.
And the subtitle is named
Rust.
Rust? But Rust what? It can't just be Rust, right?
Rust away the love.
Rust away the love. Locking it in. It is Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4, Wall of Fire.
Okay.
Yeah, I look, all I heard was oxidation, and I was always with you. It's like Rust.
Starts with an R. Okay.
There we go. Next question. This A is a fighting game whose Japanese translation is literally Fist of Dragon and Tiger. It's an A fighting game.
Art of Fighting?
Probably. Gonna lock that in. Art of Fighting. I like that. Locked in. It is, in fact, Art of Fighting. Well done, Tyler. Next question. This S is a football game based on a Midway arcade game of the same name. An announcer will comment on your performance and rate your tackles from dweeb to awesome. It also doesn't have a Wikipedia page, so you know it'll be good.
Super Football.
Super probably is Super Football. Gonna go ahead and lock
super
in.
Shitty.
Gonna go ahead and lock in Super Football. It is Super High Impact.
Half credit.
Sure. Next question. This S is an action RPG that can be played by 2 people and is a sequel to Culture Brain's previous title, Little Ninja Brothers, on the NES.
What's it start with again?
An S. It's an action RPG that can be played by 2 people and is a sequel to Little Ninja Brothers.
I know it. Is it starts with an S?
It starts with an S.
Secret of the Mystical Ninja.
I think it's Legend of the Mystical Ninja.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But that's a good guess.
Because you can play co-op on that.
I believe so,
With
yeah.
like the mustache guy in purple.
Right.
Uh,
But that's a very good guess because of Little Ninja Brothers for the NES. But I mean, when I hear action RPGs that start with S, obviously I think of Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore, but it's not that. So we're both on this secret. We're both on this secret train.
I feel like it's probably, if it's not secret, then we're not going to get it.
No. Secret Ninjas?
Secret Ninjas.
Secret Ninjas. Locking it in. It is Super Ninja Boy. So you were on the right track with Legend of the Mystical Ninja.
Yeah.
Because that's a ninja boy, and he's pretty super, right?
Yeah.
Next question. I wonder if that's good. That's not his question. That's my question. I wonder if Super Ninja Boy is good. I want to look it up. Next question. This S features 3 stages. the clown-themed Jolly Joker, the pirate-themed Blackbeard and Iron Man, and the fantasy-themed Wizard. Is that like a pinball game or something?
What does it start with again?
An
S?
S. So it's super something, right? Because it's like stages are in quotation marks. So they're not traditional stages. Jolly Joker, Blackbeard and Iron Man, and they're all themed as well. Wizard, which is what made me think it's like a pinball game or something. But I don't really know of any pinball games on Super Nintendo. Do you want to go? I mean, I have no idea.
I have no clue.
Okay. It's either that or like a puzzle game.
Good, yeah.
Super pinball.
Super puzzle game.
Super pinball and puzzle game. Locking it in. It is Super Pinball, behind the mask.
Count it.
Yeah, we're counting that. Next question. This was a Titus game targeted towards young children and was released in late 1996, near the end of the lifetime of the Super NES.
Starts with an I?
Starts with an I.
I.
It's a Titus game targeted towards young children and was released in late 1996, near the end of the lifetime of the Super NES. It starts with an I. Targets young children. So it's might be like an educational thing, right?
Yeah. Intermediate puzzle solving for children.
Intercourse, remedial.
Into the Breach, a World War II simulation.
In 30 years, you will be irrelevant.
Shit, I have Ico.
that old SNES chestnut. Ico, locking it in. It is Incantation.
Oh, okay.
That would not be allowed in a lot of West Kentucky homes.
No, that's what.
Incantation.
Yeah, it's for kids to teach them the devil's magic.
Yeah. Next question. This
like those Bio-Sin devils.
This C is a 2D platformer that follows the story of Jake Brain, who pilots a giant mecha and fights in a war engulfing the entire world.
Crash Test Dummies.
I believe that's Incredible Crash Test Dummies,
Shit, you're right.
This C is a 2D platformer that follows the story of Jake Brain, who pilots a giant mecha and fights in a war engulfing the entire world. So it's a 2D platformer where you're in. Is it Combat Clash? That's not is that a game?
Combat Clash.
Combat Clash, locking it in. It is, nope, it is Cybernator. Cybernator. I was thinking Battle Clash, the game, but the Super Scope game that we love.
Yep.
Oh, God. Next question. A Nigerian prince you didn't realize you were related to passes away and leaves you a fortune on the provision that you make his old school arcade successful. What do you do to bring in the customers?
That table flip game.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Taiko Drum Master. Mm-hmm. That's a fun one.
Pump It Up. The snowboarding game that used to be in the Executive Inn. Yeah.
Then it has to be that one. Do you think that's what he was asking? What games we bring in? Or is it just like, what's our general marketing strategy?
We bring in that Noah's arcade game that only has one level that's super hard that no one can beat from Wayne's World.
I like it. That'll definitely make us money.
I mean, the best thing you could do is Galloping Ghost is as good as it gets.
Galloping Ghost is, yes, very, very good.
That's their tagline.
So you just buy Galloping Ghost.
Galloping Ghost is as good as it gets.
Right. I like that. You just buy Galloping Ghost and you're done.
There you go. It's a success. Here you go. It's awesome.
And that is it.
All right.
That's all them questions.
Well, I want to know. So I'm going to go grab this batter up peripheral.
Yes, let me consult the tablets.
So I'm going to take one end, put it on the ground, take the other end, put my head on it so I
Yes.
can turn around, Wild
Yes.
and Crazy Kid style.
Yes.
To point my no-no hole.
Yes.
In a random direction.
Yes, do it.
To appease our dark, chaotic God.
Do it. Do it.
And I will channel it
God,
into
do it.
our world
God,
by
do it.
saying the prayer we all love to say. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
41.
Ooh.
Yeah. 41. 41.
The bees?
It is the bees. Not the bees.
Is it a Bugs Bunny game?
It is not. It is Bass Masters Classic.
Oh, shit. All right.
A Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins joint.
Yep. Should we do all the Bass games?
Here's my suggestion. We get in touch with Sandwich Pope Phil, check his availability, and then get his expert opinion on whether these games are similar enough to cover them all in one episode.
Yep.
Which I imagine they probably are.
Yep.
But I don't want to.
This is a radically different fishing
right?
game.
But I don't want to assume.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So I'll get in touch with him. I'll see if he wants to be on, if his schedule permits, and whether or not he feels like we could do all of the Bassmaster fishing games all at once.
All
And if
right.
he says no, that he's not available, we do Jurassic Park.
Done.
And then we circle back around and hit up the
Bass
games
Yep.
with Phil. Because we cannot do those without him.
Yeah, it's true.
He's been signed up on those for a long
A
time.
very long time.
And he will be an invaluable resource for our content.
Yep.
Because I don't know anything about bass fishing or bass fishing video games.
Nope.
We got some reviews.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we got some
Sweet.
reviews. Would you like to hear those?
I would.
These were some nice reviews that came in recently. We got 2 new reviews. The first of which comes from SS Golf 2 via Apple Podcasts. This is from the Great Britain. The review is 5 stars, and SS Golf 2 says, excellent. It's scary, though, because it's really good, but not very successful. So for someone like me with creative aspirations, it's disheartening to see talented people fail because I might work really hard at something and still fail. Thank you for the review. I mean, we're doing okay. I mean, I don't know. I say do the thing you want to do if you like doing it.
Yep.
That's what I say.
Yep.
And then, it might be successful, it might not. There are varying degrees of
As long as
success
you
as
have
well.
fun, as long as you have fun doing it, you enjoy it. It is not time wasted.
Exactly. And it probably, if you enjoy doing it, it's probably going to end up being good, at least to somebody else.
Yep.
Even if it's not millions of people.
Yep.
So thank you for the review very much.
You'll find your beloved Adam if you look hard enough.
That's right. That's right. We have another 5-star review that came in from Commander Naj via Apple Podcasts in the United States of America. This 5-star review is titled A Podcast Favorite. Tyler and Dave produce one of my favorite podcasts to listen to weekly. I think they definitely resonate with anyone that grew up in the late 80s and the 90s that played a lot of NES, SNES, Genesis, N64, and PlayStation games. These guys keep things hilarious with personal anecdotes, mostly not game-related, that probably resonates with most adults from that era. I downloaded the podcast app on my phone just so I could finally put down a review. My only gripe is that as a newer listener, 2 years and going strong, I'd like to go through the older backlog of episodes, and the only way I've found to be able to listen to those episodes is through their website, which isn't very useful for us car podcast listeners. The metadata on the older episodes makes uploading them and finding them on my iPhone a bit of a nightmare. Figure out a way to get those old episodes up on a streaming medium that is phone-friendly for us newer listeners. Keep up the awesome work, guys. I look forward to the new episodes every week, even when you get stuck with a stinker of a game. Signed, Jonathan M.
YouTube dog.
Yes, although that is the best way to listen to the very old stuff. The complete backlog only exists on the site, and that sucks. Yeah, I mean, they all got to get on YouTube. It's just it's a really big undertaking for, honestly, like the views on those are like so super low. So it's always tough to be like, yes, I'm going to commit literal weeks to get it. You know what I mean? Like to get these on YouTube where, only 50 people are going to, interact with them. So it's tough. Like on Spotify, the farthest back it'll go for our feed. If you're like a big podcaster, they go way back, but for us, it's 300. So we got the most recent 300 episodes like on Spotify and on iTunes. Anything older than that is on the website or YouTube. If you search for TADPOG on YouTube, that'll get you, because executive producer Abby got us up to, I think, about episode
Let me check.
300 or
high.
something. It is high. There might be a little bit of gap between what's on Spotify and what's on YouTube.
350.
So 350. Okay.
Yeah, the first 350 are on YouTube.
So that bridges the gap. That will get you up to current. I know it's not like the most elegant solution. I've also thought about possibly creating an archive feed for TADPOG on iTunes, but the drawback to that is if people are searching for us, I want them to find the more recent stuff that we're doing as opposed to the older stuff that we're doing.
This is from,
Right.
Yeah. If they don't even do it, I don't want to listen.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I want them to know that we are, even though we've been doing this for 8 years, we are still doing it and we are still current.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there has any suggestions on maybe how we
Not
can get...
SoundCloud.
Yeah, not SoundCloud, although honestly we could probably do it through SoundCloud pretty easily compared to
It's just real
YouTube.
fucking expensive.
It is real expensive.
Really, and they charge you to download it.
They charge us to upload them. They charge you to download them. And it's like, this sucks.
That's why we quit.
It sucks, right. So yeah, if you have any suggestions on maybe what we can do to cram, I don't know how many episodes we've got, 500 some odd episodes on a service somewhere, that would be a lot easier than creating video files for these to upload to YouTube. Yeah. The other thing that I'm always hesitant to upload these to YouTube is because it's like, Abby did a wonderful job on like doing slide transitions.
Yeah, an amazing job, more than I would have ever done.
Right, absolutely, and more than I would have done.
Zork is amazing.
I know, where she's got it like typed out what we're saying and all that.
Yeah, playing it in real time in the video as we talk about it.
It's a feat to behold. And see, for the current ones that I upload on Facebook, I'm super lazy and I just take the art for the episode, plop it down, and then just throw the MP3 behind it. And it's like, that doesn't sound too hard. It's not. But what happens is the encoding takes a long time, and then the uploading takes a long time. So to do each one probably takes me like half an hour. So, if we're looking at closing the gap of like 300 episodes, that's, that's like 150 hours.
Ooh, damn.
So anyway, we appreciate the 5-star review. And like I said, if anyone has any suggestions on maybe like a simple solution, how we get everything up somewhere, let us know.
Sounds good.
Because we want to make it listenable and like easy and accessible. We just don't know how.
But let's see. But if you like us, iTunes review.
Yes.
It's always good.
Yes. You can follow us on Spotify.
Yes. Yep.
You can find us and like and subscribe on YouTube.
Because we're on Facebook, TADPOG on Facebook, episode announcements and memes.
Yes.
If you're a fan of that deep dank shit, we got TADPOG Nation.
Yes.
If you like your chat nice and organized and categoricalized,
yes,
it's on the Discord.
Yes, there's a Hades channel in there where we've been talking about Hades. It feels like playground video game chat from when we were kids. Hades has been one of those games where I really haven't looked up a whole lot. A lot of the stuff I know about the game, I either experienced in the game or someone told me, and I love that.
Yeah.
Also, Zeus, Zeus Laser suggested, hey, why don't we have a sports channel in here? And I was like, here you go.
To which everybody booed and
Nope.
and kicked him from the Discord.
Nope. You and I are in the minority, I'm afraid, Tyler. There are a lot of sports fans in Tadpog Nation. So there's a sports channel on the Discord now that's been very active.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How about a sports entertainment channel?
Right.
Wrestling.
What a novel idea. That you can find that at bit.ly/Tadpog Discord.
Let's see what else. We're on Instagram and Twitter, Tadpog_podcast. So if you want a shirt, shirts.tadpog.com. You want a mask, masks.tadpog.com.
Yeah.
If you want to send us something, like Dr. Drunk did,
Yes.
P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky. What is it? No, it's Tadpog Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky, 42002.
2, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only part I ever really remember.
It's also in the show notes.
Yeah.
It's Tadpog.com. It's on every episode post.
If you want to call us, you can do that. We're not picking up, but nor have we done calls in a while. But
we have every intention of doing it someday.
Someday, for sure. Absolutely. You can call us at 270-883-2555. I stream on Twitch.
Hell yeah.
Twitch.tv/Tadpog_podcast. I've been doing Fridays and Sundays at 8:30 Central. For now, Sundays are pretty much always the staple, and that's usually when I play the game that we're talking about on this podcast.
Yeah. But most importantly, we got that Patreon.
We do a Patreon.
So I want to thank Matt Beck.
Yeah.
Upping his pledge. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Very much, Matt. Pledged by Rick Fox. Thank you, Rick Fox.
Thank you, Rick Fox. I've met you before. I believe we played laser tag together.
And then Carson Clark. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carson.
But I think we have executive producers, though, too, right?
We do.
We do still, hopefully.
We do, yes. This show was executive produced by the following people, and these are the folks who donate to us on Patreon at $20 or more a month. That's patreon.com/Tadpog. We've got Usurper Grim, a.k.a. Worm Summoner, Usurper Grimothy Honksworth Esquire III, God Emperor Alex Pena, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Cousin David Galino, Coronavirus Savior Cubicle Monkey, Zeus Laser, Steve Dixon, Clambro, Cody Phillips, Lint Liquor, Joseph Phillips, Bantha Master, the Eightfold Daniel Abernathy, Plinko Nick Price, Time Lord Josh Edwards, Executive Producer Dig Dougie, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, Magical Sleeper, a.k.a. Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn, Laud Mulaney Dennis, Pinball Archmage Chris Edler, congratulations on your marriage, and I'm sorry you couldn't be on this episode, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Drinksmith Joey Webster, Big Daddy Paul Anderson, Master Psycho Baron Kevin Link, and Captain Detective Count Victor von Cunnilingus Hart.
Nice.
Thank you, guys, and hope you enjoy the January Patreon bonus episodes.
Yeah, man. Well, our theme song.
Yes.
That is Moves.
Right.
By Sycamore Drive.
Yes.
You can find a link to that track should you want to listen to it in its entirety on your own.
On a PDA
Yeah.
on Isla Nublar. You like how I slurred that because I don't know how to pronounce it?
Uh-huh.
I figured I'd just split the difference on
Isla Nublar.
everything. Isla Nublar.
On tadpog.com.
Garful the Garthok.
Narful the Garthok.
Damn it.
How you want to close this one out, Dave?
It's a conehead.
All right. So until next time, Tropical Capricorn. I like that. I like that one.
We come for frats. Now I gotta watch Coneheads.
You aren't old enough for the rings.
That's a good movie.
It's a damn
That's a
good movie. Yeah, it is.
Movie that I haven't watched in ages, and I probably wouldn't like it anymore. But it was good when I was a kid.
Casey and I still make references to eating the Subway sandwich really fast.
Consume mass quantities. You remember that marketing campaign? Was that a Subway marketing? It had because
Surely it had to
Yeah.
be. Like they had to.
in the movie
Like they
they
paid
had
to
to
put
tie
it
it.
in.
Right,
Yeah,
totally. But I feel like outside of that, there was like a commercial or something.
Probably people eating Subway really fast and getting cone heads or some shit.
Something.